Here we go. Are you guys recording? Okay, we are ready to go, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our public hearing for February 21st, 2023. As we have quorum, I will call to order. It is 7 p.m. I'd also like to acknowledge that the city of Maple Ridge carries out its business under traditional and unceded territory of the Katzie First Nation and the Kwantlen First Nation. Mr. Clerk, can you take over?
Thank you, sir. This public hearing is being held pursuant to section 464 and 465 of the Local Government Act. And the public hearing is being live streamed and recorded and will be available to the public for playback on the city website in accordance with Council Policy 3.12. The purpose of a public hearing is to allow all persons who believe that their interest in property is affected by the proposed bylaw a reasonable opportunity to be heard or to present written submissions respecting matters contained in the bylaw that is the subject of the hearing. Council's role in a public hearing is to listen. This is not a forum for debate or commentary by council, nor gestures or remarks of support or opposition from council. All persons who believe that their interest in property is affected will be asked to provide their name and address for the record. And if they feel uncomfortable providing their address, they could see the clerk to provide that into our record and just state what their city of residence is. And this is to give council an idea of proximity to the application. For members of the public attending the public hearing and you would like to speak, please approach the podium when the mayor calls for public input. Please clearly state your name and the city for the record before beginning your comments. If you are participating electronically, please register as a speaker by raising your hand, turn on your camera, and clearly state your name and city of residence before beginning your comments. Planning department staff will provide a presentation on the item, after which the mayor will issue 3 calls for public comment on the bylaws. Each person wishing to speak will be allotted 5 minutes to speak per call to a maximum of 15 minutes. Speakers are asked to provide their name and city before beginning their comments and to address only the issue at hand. After the public hearing has been closed, council cannot receive any further communication, written or verbal, regarding the public hearing item. Further consideration of bylaws on this agenda will take place at the next regular council meeting. And with that, sir, we have the first item on the agenda.
Mr. Goddard, floor is yours.
Good evening, council.
One second, Mr. Goddard.
You bet. Perfect. Our first item this evening, council, is a 2-lot split, an application for 1 acre lots at 12313 McNutt Road. It's proceeding under bylaw 7433 2018. Again, it's suburban residential. This permits 1 acre lots. The site is about 2.9 acres in size, so 3 lots cannot be created, but 2 can. And that's the proposal. It's being rezoned from RS3 to RS2 to permit the 2 lots. There's a subject site running between the 2 roads, and it will be divided down the middle, much in the same way the lands to the south are. There's our designation of suburban residential. No creeks on this site. There's the site now, partially treed. 1 house on the eastern side of the property. Again, it is going to be 2 lots, 1 acre or 1.5 acre in size largely. It's in the outside the urban boundary, but it does have city water. It will have to have septic system for the sewers. The minimum lot size of this is 1 acre. There will be a natural features development permit due to the steepness of the slopes, and those will preserve them in perpetuity under covenant. That's also a wildfire development permit will be required for the structure due to being in the wildfire area. This shows the proposed subdivision plan. Again, it's a north-south split, 2 properties on either side, on the east side and the west side, basically near the slope, top of the slope, and new home will be found on the property to the west with the existing home retained on the east. Thus, we're recommending, this is its public hearing under that bylaw, we're recommending it move forward. There will be 1 amenity charge required, or sorry, 2 in this case. There'll be $7,100 each. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in council chambers or online who wishes to address council on this item? Nobody's online. Okay. Seeing none, I will put a call in for a second opportunity to address council on this item. Seeing none, and I will put forward a third and final call to address council on this item. Seeing none, we will move to the next item.
And sir, I should advise that there were 26 letters mailed out for this item and one item came back in opposition.
Thank you. Okay, and we'll move to item 2.2.
Thank you, sir. This is to permit rezoning of the subject property at 12121 132 Street from RS3 to R1 for the future construction of a 3-lot subdivision. I believe we have a presentation for this one as well from Mr. Goddard.
Thank you. This is application 2018-132 RZ is a rezoning application. It's at its public hearing tonight under bylaw 7491, 2018. It's urban residential. Proposal is to create 3 lots. They're going from RS3 to R1, which is the single detached low density urban residential zone. This is the property on 232nd outlined in red. Access will be from the rear on an extended lane system. Urban designation is shown there. So these are urban lots. This is the context showing the existing house and outbuildings. I believe will be removed as a result of the 3 lots being created here. Again, we're moving to R1, which is a smaller urban zone. There's 3 lots being proposed. It's in the urban residential designation, and the homes will face 232nd with access from a rear lane. The lot sizes are about 4,000 square feet each is proposed, but they will be larger than that, 3,800 meters square, 380 meters squared and 504 meters squared respectively. The existing house and outbuildings will be removed. There will also be a walkway dedicated along the north property line to allow access to the lane and 232nd to help overall neighborhood connectivity. This shows the 3 lots being proposed. On the north dashed line shows you where the right-of-way will be for the future walkway. Again, it's moving forward under its own bylaw, 7491, 2018. It needs our standard requirements, servicing agreements, covenants, dedication of the turnaround, as well as the walkway. There's also a right-of-way for servicing required and covenant for tree protection and stormwater management. And the site is not contaminated. That's been determined. And there's a total contribution of $21,300 as a community amenity charge for the 3 lots involved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Goddard. To the clerk, is there any correspondence?
To the chair, we have mailed out 39 letters and we received 0 pieces of correspondence on this item.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in council or online who wishes to address council on this item? Seeing none, we'll put forward a call for a second opportunity to address council on this item. Seeing none, we'll put forward a third and final call to address council on this item. Seeing none, this item is closed. Thank you very much. Seeing as how this is the only business that we've had tonight, the public hearing is now adjourned.